Hey guys, let's go. We're gone to day 2 of CWL against Cold as Ice. Um, Again, this was another blowout by Just Ordinary, coming in with some huge triples here, outscoring them 8-0. First up, we've got Maclink, and he's going to be doing his beast attack here. He's going to be doing a queen charge Lalo. And he's going to be starting off the queen charge with an excellent funnel by using a minion, just a minion to funnel on the right-hand side, guys. That's insane. And then on the left, he's got the Barbarian King funneling through. Notice that Wall Wrecker gets through all the way into those storages, uses a poison spell because that enemy CC is actually super easy to defeat with the poison. And the king actually gets in there and finishes the job. Now this queen is just right in the core there. There is already an L-shaped pathway. So right now it's just a question of what he would rather get out of the way. If he wants to move towards that Eagle Artillery or move to the right to get rid of the Town Hall. And in this situation, he went over to the Town Hall, took out that multi-target Inferno, the Giga Tesla, and then loons over the Eagle Artillery. So, I mean, literally he could have gone either way with this raid. And for the triple. And I mean, yeah, just a super easy queen charge. The funneling might have been the only hard part there, and keeping that queen up to where she's gonna take out that Giga Tesla as well. So the loons follow through, and the lava pups and minions on the backhand side clean up for an easy triple there. Absolutely perfect. And next up is gonna be Dee Uk8, and he's going to be doing a Sui hero on the Town Hall mass hog attack. And with his hogs, he's going to be doing a Stone Slammer to actually keep the funnel of the hogs going. So as you can see, a Tesla farm popped up on the outside of that Town Hall. He does an excellent job on being patient and making sure that king gets all the structures that he needs so that queen is going to be funneled into the Town Hall area. Now notice he drew the CC. You don't want to draw the CC when you're doing your Sui heroes and an archer queen, so he distracts that CC over by that elixir collector, and then is able to use the queen's ability on the Town Hall while the enemy CC was still distracted. And then from there, sends in just mass hogs, skeletons over the queen with the freeze to make sure that queen is going to get taken out by those skeletons. Yeah, these hogs just tear up the base, going clockwise. I mean, literally the entire layout of the base was taken up by hogs, and basically swag freezed. I mean, he didn't need a freeze there by any means. But yeah, these hogs just went through, finished the wrap, and then clean up troops coming in clutch. Those hogs finishing up the storages and a couple other structures in the core there. As those skeletons are still breaking through walls and tearing down structures too. That's one of the great things about the skeleton spell is, after those skeletons are still up and they take down the enemy queen, they'll have clean out in the core there, which comes in huge so you don't time fail. Now we have Hoing Hong, and he's going to be doing another queen charge miner. This miner, he's going to be funneling with, look guys, just that wizard and a couple other funnel troops, and does a very tiny walk, follows that wall wrecker into the core that's going to take out that multi-target Inferno, the enemy queen, the enemy CC. Here's a design flaw by this base, definitely an old base, because that Eagle Artillery is accessible from every single area around the outside of that Eagle Artillery. I mean, it's a 2-tile moat on the left, and then the Eagle Artillery is just paired up to where the distance between them is just going to get hit by any angle in the core there. So terrible base layout. He's going to use his king to Barbarian Rage through that Tesla farm with all those traps, and then the miner is going to get deployed and have an extremely easy pass. So, I mean, guys, this is one of the most OP raids of this entire CWL. The miners had an easy pathway. The queen had so much value going through the core there, it was just the most housing space left alive in this entire CWL, I want to say. Now we have Maclink here, and kind of a funky base layout for sure. And notice his wall wrecker placement. He gets a good angle to where that wall wrecker is going to actually break through that multi-target Inferno area, use that Coco Loon to make sure that the healers stay up, And then from there, this queen is just pushing through the core, going to take out that enemy queen. That wall wrecker eventually breaks, but is at the point in the core there where the funneling's done because the king also went on the outside next to that town hall. Then is just going to take out, he's very patient with this jump spell, guys, very patient. Eventually he's going to drop that jump spell right there next to the Eagle Artillery. So he is just waiting patiently, getting through the structures that he needs to make sure that queen is going to stay on track. From there, that queen just obliterates the enemy king, the Eagle Artillery. From there, the loons are going to go straight over the Giga Tesla, Warden's ability over the Giga Tesla, a haste spell, perfect placement. Now that freeze is huge, guys. We talk about how that Tesla farm could be deadly just because it's so much damage out, and in this case, he froze all 4 of those hidden Teslas, so to keep those loons up. And then, a lot of those structures were uncovered on the outside by any defenses at all, so why not drop some minions and get a leg up on the cleanup there? So, I mean, great thinking, way to sit there and plan that queen walk, like clean as a whistle, man. That was absolutely gorgeous. So next up, we have Hong. And he's going to be doing this is a really cool bat bomb over the town hall. Now notice the wizard tower there, which is not ideal. That wizard tower did not get distracted by those loons like he I'm sure planned. But from there, the bat bomb is able to take out a good amount of defenses around that area. And then from there, he's going to do a tactical Edrag. We talk about Edrags being spam attacks, but in this case, and that is not the case here. He is tactically placing these Edrags down to where they're just gonna funnel through the right hand side of the space and the left hand side. Notice how they kind of split, and that was planned. So he had a couple Edrags go over that Eagle Artillery on the right hand side, that area. I mean, these Edrags just clean it out. Stone Slammer over the Giga Tesla, and eventually that gets taken out. The only thing that's really hurting this raid is those sweepers in the core there, but eventually it gets taken out. And then the Stone Slammer is just lasting all the way to the end, thank goodness, because there's still a few defenses in that Tesla farm. That Wizard Tower luckily was distracted by that Warden, and then the Edrag minion and the Warden go in for the rest of that cleanup to make it 100%. So, excellent raid there, absolutely. Tactical Edrag, it's a thing. Tactical Edrag, it's a thing. Alright, now we got Maclink again. And notice his funnel technique here. He's going to use a couple loons to get rid of that archer tower. And then from there, he's going to sui these heroes. And, just getting so much percent value out of this. And, sui in the heroes. That queen takes a great turn into the core there. And then he's going to E-clone Blimp. So he made sure that all those structures were out of the way to where this E-clone was going to make it into the core there. Use a poison spell. All those archers, those E-drags are just doing work, chaining defense after defense after defense, structure after structure. Eventually, it actually did not take out that Eagle Artillery, but the Lalo portion is going to get it. So, I mean, the Edrag just chained that whole area up top by that town hall so easy that the loons had a very quick and easy path to where they're going to get over that Eagle Artillery very quick. And then from there, massive cleanup. And, planning these raids were just planned so perfect and executed absolutely perfectly. Now, Hoenn here, he is going to be doing basically a Sui hero, and then Lalo. And notice where he's suing the heroes at. Not typical Sui hero over the Giga Tesla, right? So he ended up pulling the CC, but luckily they were running witches. So now he used the Stone Slammer over that Giga Tesla, used that Earthquake to make sure it's activated, to make sure that those loons are going to target that Giga Tesla, and that Queen is able to hit that Eagle Artillery from that 2-tile moat, another base design flaw, so that's one thing that everyone really needs to look out for, is the fact that, that 2-tile moat is devastating. You guys need to veer away from that. And then the rest of the troops just clean up. Plenty of loons for that backhand Tesla farm and multi-target Inferno compartment. And yeah, just super quick, easy. Lalo, Sui, the Sui of the heroes there just got tons of value. And last one on here is Maclink, and he is going a queen charge Lalo. Uses an Edrag to funnel on one side, and then uses a king and a wizard on the other side. Now the good thing about this raid is that Tesla farm popped up quick. So that's perfect. He knows where the Tesla farm is going into this raid. We're just going to make it easy for that king to funnel and that queen to follow. Going to take out that eagle artillery, and then the queen is literally just pushing through the core with a poison spell over the enemy CC. Going to take out that eagle artillery, enemy CC, the enemy queen. Just rage that queen walk as it goes, and then starts a Lalo from the 3 o'clock side. And I mean, just perfectly placed Lalo going around and gonna eventually go over that town hall. Giga Tesla freezes it, rages it, Warden's ability, Queen walking down that 2-tile moat, which is gonna have great value too because she's gonna take out that multi-target Inferno. Bomber Tower to make sure those loons are even more funneled. Uses her ability on the king to make sure she stays alive. Clean up troops around the backhand side, guys. This is a textbook Lalo. I mean, just so much going on, and that's why it's the best of the best right there. So day 2 ended up 8-0 against Cold as Ice. That's it, guys. Get ready for the next day.